Welcome back, my boys. So, I've been getting a lot of indicators of interest and pure attraction lately inside of the gym, and that's why I want to show you in this video. I'm going to run you through a guide on how you can build a head-turning physique. Because at the end of the day, I was an invisible guy, and you probably are as well, or you once were, and the whole point of going to the gym and building muscle was to start being seen. And an aspect of being seen is having people's heads turning and looking at your fucking physique, okay? So, I'm going to show you how to build it for yourself. However, before we start, I want to run you through something that most guys have a lot of problems with, and that is determining what our actual goal is. When I say head turning, that means people are looking at us. However, what is defined as head turning is a very, very broad term, and it's on a large scope in terms of building a physique and going to the gym and becoming attractive. So we have two different paths that I want to discuss with you right now. And the first one is path number one, and that is optimizing for the male gaze. That is when you're trying to get respect and admiration for guys. You're building a physique that gets guys' heads turned. They look at you in the gym, you're that big ass motherfucking bodybuilder who walks in the gym and guys are like, holy fuck, how do I get that big? This guy's absolutely jacked. He must be competing on stage or something like that, right? And in most cases, that is the case. There's probably a guy at your gym right now, and there is for me, myself, who walks in and he's absolutely fucking huge. His shoulders are popping, he's got veins everywhere. But the weird thing is, he's kind of a little bit weird and he doesn't really get that much attraction from girls, okay? Because he looks like a fucking monster, okay? And if you're anything like me, the reason you wanted to go to the gym was obviously to get head-turning results, but not for looking like a fucking specimen, not for looking like a fucking alien like this, and definitely not with the intention of standing up on stage in gay little Speedos, in little bikini, and posing to get the approval of a few people in the crowd. That was not what we wanted to do, okay? Another thing with this type of physique, with the male gaze, is that these guys are likely to spend 10 plus years in the gym, and honestly, they're putting needles in their ass every single day. They're injecting all sorts of things, peptides, steroids, tren, fucking all this stuff that messes up their brain chemistry, and at the end of the day, the results that they get in the real world, in real life, in this term, like in this case, would be to stand on stage and flex for 2 minutes and potentially get a plastic medal, okay? But by the time they get this result, they're probably already fucking dying of a heart attack and got all sorts of fucking problems wrong with their health, okay? And the brutal thing is, they can only get to this point of even getting a reputable status and reputable real world results and a truly head-turning physique through years and years and years of training. There's like a 0 to 1 with this type of like bodybuilding or aesthetics focus, okay? You go from that, reject guy who's trying to become a bodybuilder and everyone sees you as a wannabe until finally after thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars spent, then you finally, and all sorts of health problems, then you finally get that recognition that you want. However, you don't even get girls from this fucking physique, okay? And if you're not lying to yourself, you know that the reason you wanted to get a head-turning physique or head-turning results was to get the heads of women turning, not the heads of men turning, okay? And that's why the better path that we can take as young guys trying to improve our life and trying to get head-turning results is through optimizing for the female gaze. This is path 2, and this is the fucking superior path. Click off right now if you're gay and you'd rather do bodybuilding and stand on stage in a fucking tight blue bikini, okay? If you're anything like me, you want girls, okay? And building the female gaze physique, optimizing for a female gaze body, will get you exactly that. It will get you pure attraction from girls. This was me literally the other night, last night, okay? Like, girls aren't gonna fucking squeeze the tits of big ass bodybuilders, right? They want an aesthetic, attractive guy so that they can, be with, okay? Now, the interesting thing is, unlike the bodybuilder who gets pure attraction and respect from guys, the female gaze physique guy, he also gets respect from men, but he also gets attraction from women, okay? Because when people are seeing the guy who has a female gaze physique, the attractive physique, when there are girls around him, well, what is a huge indicator of a man's status? Just think about it for a second. If you were to respect a man on what he had, there are a few things on why you'd respect him. You'd respect him for money, you'd respect him for his body, but you'd respect him for the quality and the amount of women he was able to attract, because an attractive guy is simply a guy that must, by the laws of the universe, be fucking respected, okay? So if you can build an attractive physique, you are, as a byproduct, gonna get respect from men as a byproduct because they want to be like you. They want to get the attraction from girls, okay? It is universally aesthetic. It is universally attractive to build something that is tailored towards the female gaze rather than just the male gaze and having guys going, oh my God, you're so big, bro. That's fucking gay, okay? The other thing is, with the female gaze, you go to the gym and you actually have fun lifting and you build up your level of physique over your whole entire lifting career. See, with the bodybuilder example, like I said, it's a 0 to 1. You go from being the reject who's eating chicken and rice, tracking every single macro, doing pharmacology like drugs, all this stuff, getting your bloods tested regularly, all this fucking in-depth stuff just to get a plastic medal at the end of the day if you get to the highest potential standard, which is very, very hard. And if you don't die of a heart attack before then that's, good on you, bro. But with the female gaze, there are levels to it. You don't actually have to be that big, and the results are increasingly better the longer you commit, but you do get results early on. That's because we're turning heads because of our shape and not just looking like a fucking monster alien, okay? And as you progress through the gym, you advance and you optimize your shape, but even beginners with 6 months of lifting experience can optimize for the female gaze physique. Because think about it. You couldn't be a skinny guy starting out in the gym, right? You couldn't be a skinny guy in the gym and suddenly be seen as a bodybuilder. However, you could be a skinny guy in the gym after 6 months and be seen as some guy who has an attractive physique to girls, okay? That's the beauty of the female gaze. The return on investment is so, so good. And the more and more you're in the gym, the more you can optimize your shape and your aesthetics and get increasingly better results and increasingly more attraction and increasingly more head turning outcomes, okay? But we have to understand now what actually makes the female gaze physique. What is the female gaze, okay? The female gaze physique consists of 3 main things. Number 1, it's a wide V-taper back with developed lats. That's going to give you that V Dorito shaped frame, which signals power and signals dominance, and is what's going to get you noticed and have you stand out amongst all the other guys in the physique space and in the gym who look like fucking rectangles, okay? The next thing is vascularity, so being lean, and having developed shoulders. And when you partner the lats with the shoulder region, you're going to be able to further emphasize that V-taper physique, that frame, which makes your upper body look heavily weighted and makes you look like you are actually strong and you have a lot of power. All right. Now, the third thing is low body fat percentage. So obviously, there's no such thing as having an attractive physique without being lean. And one of the key things that a lot of guys miss completely is not having abs. They need to have abs. You need to have abs to be attractive, okay? So when you put these 3 things together, that is how you're going to be able to develop the female gaze physique, okay? Now, how do we actually do this? What is the strategy? Well, I'm going to give you some instant advice right now. And a lot of guys do not even consider this. A lot of guys brush straight over this shit, and I don't understand why. It's fucking retarded, okay? You have to understand that your style can completely flip the type of physique you appear to have. And if you change your style and optimize it, it will help you no matter how big you are right now. Even if you're 6 months in the gym, even if you're 3 months in the gym, even if you're 4 years in the gym. No matter what type of physique you have, styling can emphasize and optimize and get you more head turning results, okay? Because I want you to look at these 2 examples, all right? This was me when I was early off in the gym. I had some decent size, nothing too special. Like, I was developing, I was growing, I was in that weird, awkward bulking stage where I was kind of skinny, fat, whatever. But you can see here my attire. I was trying to show off these gains, right? I was so proud of these little gains I made. So I was wearing all the Gymshark stringers and the true bodybuilding tank tops, okay? Now, the warning thing here is, if you try to wear these bodybuilding type clothes when you are not massive, it is over. Because again, there's one thing of showing off your muscles and feeling good about yourself and looking in the mirror, but there's also another thing of, why are you actually going to the gym in the first place? Well, it's to get attraction. It's to be looking attractive in the gym and being attractive out of the gym as well, okay? And if you're not that impressive and you're trying to wear these try-hard outfits and these overly weird gym-selly outfits, it's over. You're going to get classified as fucking weird and as kind of gay. So I would not recommend you do this, okay? Same thing with this type of clothing is, bright colors and mismatched items. They're simply not aesthetic at all, right? Because let's be real, you probably want a girl who's in the gym. You probably want a fit girl, and you're probably going to see girls in the gym. But if you're dressed like this, like an absolute retard, you're not going to get the results you want. You're going to get head turning results, but they're going to be negative. People are going to be looking at you like, why the fuck is this guy wearing this type of shit at the gym? And yeah, you can cope all you want and say, the gym is, it doesn't matter how you look in the gym. It's all about just putting in the work there. But for most of you guys, for me included, the gym is one of the key areas that I exist in. The gym is like the highlight of my day. Going to the gym is where I do most of my social interacting. So why the fuck would you not want to be the most aesthetic and the most attractive in that environment to attract and get head turning results in that environment where the people you want the most are, aka gym girls with fat asses and good physiques. All right. So what you need to do instead, okay, is optimize for more of this style. You can see here instantly, I just look so much more appealing. I just look way better. And I guarantee you, if you put these two pictures versus these two pictures against each other, well, and you put girls asking which one's more attractive, they would obviously say this one. I get some crazy story replies when I posted this on my Instagram, and this is just a candid outside photo out of the gym, okay? And that's what I want to explain to you, okay? So your action step right now, I don't care what gym clothes you have in your wardrobe, your action step right now is to follow this advice. Cut down on the colors. Cut down on all the colors and all the gym, bodybuilding, gym cell aesthetic clothing, especially if you're not aesthetic and attractive in the first place, okay? We need to be optimizing for black, gray, white, and neutral colors that will take control of your wardrobe, that will carry your whole entire wardrobe, okay? And that's exactly what the case is here. You can see here in the gym, all I wear now is a black tank top, but it's fitted. It's an aesthetic fit. It's not a gym cell fit where my fucking tits, my nips are literally showing in the middle of the gym, right? You can see here, look at this. My nips are literally showing, bro. What the fuck? No, I'm now wearing fitted stuff, which actually accentuates the aesthetic physique, the female gaze, the V-taper that I'm trying to aim for. You can see it's fitted, has plenty of shoulder exposure, and it's colored in a way that is simple. Same with my pants, even though they're like a brighter color, it's simple. It all flows in one fashion and makes the physique the standout, okay? You should be building enough physique, size and shape and symmetry and proportionate aesthetics to have the body as the fit and not have to try and overcompensate by literally fucking wearing a half naked stringer in the middle of the gym, okay? Now, as for the outdoor living, like how you would present yourself in the real world, which again is the other part of where you're going to get head turning results, okay? So many guys are being absolute retards. You build a physique, you're trying to build a physique. Just listen for a second, bro. You're trying to build a physique to get attraction, but the only place you position it to be attractive is in the gym when you have a pump. But you're building muscle. Why would you not want to fucking show the muscle in the real world? So many dickheads. Oh, bro, it fucking pisses me off. So many dickheads are literally going to the gym, building muscle. They have good fucking physiques, and I see them out in the street at night in the nightlife environments, and they're wearing an oversized baggy t-shirt. What? Are you gay? Why would you not want to show it off? Why would you not want to show off your gains? You need to be fucking portraying your physique. It's an attractive leverage point. It's a point of fucking attraction. It can help you in the real world get more respect, get more dating opportunities. I don't understand. Bro, the hoodie's coming off for this shit. This shit is pissing me off. I don't understand why guys are doing this. Why are you not optimizing to show off your physique in every realm, in every human experience, in every part of life? That's why you need to be doing this. You need to be doing what I like to call the black slim fit method. My friend and I have this method where wherever we go to into the main city area, I live kind of near Melbourne, Australia. If you're familiar with that is, if you're familiar with where that is. But anyway, I digress. We go into the shops, and every time we're there, we buy a black slim fit shirt from H&M. So if you're in Australia, the key is to go to H&M and buy black slim fit shirts. But if you're anywhere else, the whole point of this is we buy black slim fit shirts because they are the most versatile. They are the maximum appeal shirts that you can wear if you are in the gym, no matter how big you are, because they will help accentuate your physique and give you an illusion of a more tapered physique instantly, okay? You need to start buying slim fit shirts. You need to start buying better fitted shirts. So right now, this is your instant advice. Go on the internet and literally look up black fitted slim fit shirt and buy it. Don't question it. They're like $15, $20 max. Do not question it. Just go ahead and buy it. And I guarantee you, when you put it on, stand in the mirror when it comes in the mail, put it on compared to what you're normally wearing, and you will literally look bigger. Whenever I put this on, my arms literally look a whole fucking inch bigger because it hugs the arms properly and it hugs the shoulders properly and it makes me look more aesthetic. That is the whole aim of this, okay? So, cut down on the colors. Go for the black slim fit method, aka right fucking now. Don't hesitate. Even just pause this video and go and buy a cheap black slim fit shirt. Buy it in maybe a size down from what you normally wear. So I do a medium. I usually wear like large shirts. But whatever you fucking do, no fucking more oversized fits and fits that aren't showing off your physique in the real world, in real life. Because one thing is to have, yeah, the sexy physique in the gym and wear this stringer like I'm doing here. But the other thing is subtly reflecting that in the real world, because you want attraction. You want people to look at you in the real world as well. And that's exactly what happens and was happening when I had this shirt on, when I wear this type of fit that shows off my physique in a subtle way as well. It's not try hardy. Same with being in the gym. It's not try hardy, but it's subtle and it's simple and it's neutral colors and it's fitted to accentuate the physique. Okay. Now for training, you may be thinking, well, we've talked so much about random shit, but for training, what the fuck do we do? Well, training simply doubles down on this focus. Remember, at the start of this video, we talked about the female gaze. Which body shape is it? Well, it's the one on the far right here. It is that upside down Dorito effect. You can see here, he mogs all of them to death, okay? So the main focus when you're training, everyone knows to build muscle, yada, 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 yada. I'm not going to fucking explain to you the basics of building muscle, but if you want the in-depth method, I do have a community you can check below. It's going to teach you how to go from invisible to undeniable, change your body forever, and change every social aspect in the process. But the thing you have to do when you go into the gym is simply become obsessed with these two moves. When I became obsessed with number one, weighted pull-ups, and number two, side lateral raises, that is when I was able to build the head turning physique. And I partnered it with these tight, slim fitting shirts because that's the beauty of it. When you build the lats and when you build that V taper and you partner it with these type of fits, you're going to look wider and you're going to look more taut in the waist and you're going to look like you have a bigger frame and more muscles and you're going to look better and more powerful, more attractive overall. That's how you get the head turning physique. That's how you get girls staring at you in the gym. They literally are staring at me. Like I said, I'm making this video because I'm getting way more indicators of interest and attraction, and I want to share that with you guys right now. So my strategy for doing weighted pull-ups is to just go fucking heavy. If you're training right now, if you're going to train today, actually, if you're going to train upper body today, what you need to do right now, and I guarantee you will not regret it, the pump alone you get from doing this will be incredible. Position these two exercises at the start of your workout. Don't do side lateral raises last. Don't do pull-ups as a fucking bullshit warm-up exercise, as a cope. Do it at the start. Do heavy weighted pull-ups, 2 sets at the start of your workout. Then straight away after that, do 2 sets of heavy seated lateral raises or even on the cables. But just put them at the start of your workout. Then I guarantee you will have a fucking incredible pump and you will look bigger. And you'll probably get a fucking chick looking at you. You'll probably get some attraction and some attention in the gym if you have a decent physique already. And you do this with exposed shoulders, like in a stringer or a tank top, not a stringer, right? If you do this today, guarantee you will have more attraction. You will literally get some indicators of interest. You will literally have head turning results, okay? So I hope this has helped. To recap, you need to start optimizing for the V taper, the female gaze physique. You need to start doing the hard exercises that everybody fucking avoids because nobody wants to do weighted pull-ups. Nobody wants to do heavy side lateral raises. They're too busy doing it as warm-ups or doing pussy-ass sets with 20 plus reps. So you need to do that. Focus today. Put them at the start of your workout today. Okay, and right now go onto the internet and literally buy a black slim fit shirt. If you're in Australia, go H&M size down once. So I do a medium myself, okay? So I hope this helped you, and if you want the full roadmap on how to optimize and build the female gaze physique and all other parts of attraction, go from invisible to undeniable. Remember, I do have that community in the link in the description you can check out. But with that being said, I hope this has truly helped you, bro. Progress is purpose, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.